Good morning, America. All right. Do have some kind of a dramatic news for you today. But what do you expect? Today we are the 16th, and SOS to the World Plutonic window obviously start tomorrow, but it's definitely very much in action currently. So the title of this video is Graphic Video Warning: Beating in Minneapolis, the reptilius at work. I'm telling you, my friends, when I watched this video, it brought back a lot of memories when I was, homeless in the tubes in England, where I couldn't speak a word of English. I was a young man, 22 years old. To make a living, I was playing guitar, and used to attract a lot of people because singing in French in the tubes in Piccadilly Circus in London is not something that you see all the time. A lot of singers there, but they sing in English. I was singing in French because I couldn't do anything else. And that brought pretty much memories of what happened to this guy. You need to watch that video. This poor guy was just beat the hell out of it. It's just sad. It's just sad. There's something that happened to me. Luckily for me, there was only two of these guys. So even though that I lost the battle because I was two against me, I was able to keep them away and do some serious damage to them too. But this guy on that video is going to be, marked for the rest of his life. It's something that follows you when you got such a dramatic experience. It stayed with you, and this doesn't work only for a courageous soldier in Afghanistan or Iraq, handling a machine gun and being shot at and seeing blood and guts everywhere. It works for everything and everybody. It took me years to get over that. And since that day, I've been very, very cautious. And this is how I learned, because I was lucky enough just to end up with a black eye and a bleeding nose. But when you watch that video and you will see the state of this world, you will see how the reptilians are using those negative cosmic winds to produce the worst of the worst that what humans are capable of doing. Not only do they beat this guy, the guy who did you the most damage was trying to actually pee on him. I mean, why is this black guy doing this to these white guys? Because the same happened to this black dude. He probably have had a really bad experience with a white dude, and he's angry and he's upset and he wants to kill, literally. He does not behave this way just because he wants to behave this way today. Okay, he behaves this way because there's something in his subconscious that is triggering the energy. So it's the bad experience. There goes that nasty window. There goes the reptilius, which literally hijack his body, his mind, and his soul, and he's becoming literally so infected. He's becoming worse than an animal. So click on the link as always, okay, and go and watch that video, and Be warned, my friend. This is just the beginning. This is just nothing compared to what's ahead of us if you don't help me. Every single day I'm trying as hard as I can to make you aware of those cosmic winds, to make you aware of these really, really nasty entities who can only survive with our fears, with negativity, with chaos, and with such disgusting fights. Everywhere. This one took place in a gas station, but it could take place anywhere. So I have been directly touched, and this is why it brought back a lot of bad memories. And at 70 years old, I can see myself being very lucky for what I went through all my life, being able all along to beat the reptilians because I was blessed by the draconis to avoid the worst of those situations since then. All right, so what else do we have? Next, astronomer spots possible new interstellar visitor from our solar system. Okay, understand the word possible means that they do not know what that is. Again, using their 5 limited human rational sense, it'll be a meteor, it'll be a comet, it'll be whatever that could make sense to them. but it's not necessarily what it is or what they think it is. Now, is it possible that it could be another ship or scout ship from the reptilius being destroyed by the Draconis? Hell yeah. I'm telling you again, the same fight that's taking place on Mother Earth in this dense physical world, it's already, and it's also taking place above your head. It's a transcending energy. It's not, this is the end result of what's going on above. And then the end result for you, but it's going down below you. Just remember that clock. You turn it left forever into the past, and you can turn it right into the future forever also. So it's not good just to think on terms that start and finish right now. There's so much more. And all I'm trying to do is to make you aware and expand your psychical awareness and your cosmic consciousness in the process. Now, baby is born with deformed hands, sparks investigation in Germany. You already know the story if you have heard my videos before. CNN says the St. Marian Hospital noted that limb deformities during pregnancy can be caused by infections or toxin or virus forms. We agree with that. It's a scientific fact. It's understood. Okay. But what those guys do not understand, again, is in Germany, in France, in England, wherever, everywhere in the world, there is pot. There is drugs, legal and illegal. There is so-called innocent behind-the-counter medication that you take. So if you're a young mother and if you abuse drugs, alcohol, or by accident ingest one of these toxic, well, there you go. Now the reptilians are going to have fun to go down to the fetus and manipulate the genes of that unborn child. Next thing you know, oh, well, what's wrong with my hand? What's wrong with my leg? Why am I autistic? Or why am I Down syndrome? Or why am I gay or a lesbian? And again, it has nothing to do with hating these people who have been victimized by those cosmic winds and by those entities. Because as I said so many times before, my best friends, students, clients are gays, part of the LGBTQ. These are normal people who have the same blood than you. They're no different. Some of them are better than you and me. Smart, educated, artistic, sensitive, spiritual. They have it all. But their genes have been affected and they are behaving in a way that not even themselves can understand. So forget about the scientific community giving you a plausible explanation to why there is gays and lesbians and Down syndrome, or why now kids in Germany are born with defects on their hands. It's all because of the reptilians and because of the scientific community constantly developing new technology to kill more people or new medication to kill more people. So that's why it's important to stay natural as much as you can. Australian man died after attack by swooping magpie. I mean, who the hell would die because of a bird? Probably knocked on the back of his head. He was riding his bike. He fell and knocked his head and he died. There you go. Negative cosmic biorhythm. Personal, wrong time, wrong place. In other words, SOS to the world, deadly window is gone. I told you before, birds, they said that... this is what CNN says. A cyclist died in Australia on Sunday after being startled by a swooping magpie, a native Australian bird that gets aggressive in the spring around breeding season. Wrong, wrong. Animals, birds, cats, dog, elephant, lions, buffaloes, bisons, cows, anything, everything is like you, under the jurisdiction of those cosmic winds that make them more aggressive than usual. And the reptilians are there. Oh, perfect timing. You know, this human being here riding his bike is going to have a good day. Yeah, no, no, no. Oh, negative window. Oh, negative cosmic virus. And let's stimulate this little bro to kill him. Doesn't make sense to anybody for me to use such a simplistic, obvious terms. But that's all I have with my English French, trying to explain energies that are so high, so weird, so complicated, so complex, But the result at the end is that humans are losing their life because they are not cosmic conscious and they refuse to accept the reality of extraterrestrials, particularly the nasty, nasty reptilians. What else do we have? Senator urged FBI to reach out to Quanano, I can't pronounce his name, a witness letter show. Quavano is a politician, I believe. He did something wrong with some ladies have complained. I mean, the key here is FBI, the key is secret, and the key is sex. And during those windows, the secrets come to light, especially those involving money, those involving sex. And here you go. The FBI is now looking after this guy to find out if those ladies lie or not. There you go. Firefighter killed in a building explosion, governor says. Well, again, dramatic news. The same old story. It does. Those windows do not affect only the police or me or you. Everything and everybody and every human being from all walks of life are under those nasty reptilian jurisdictions. And again, they don't turn famous and powerful people into lizards and only aim for those who have power. You, me, everybody, your family, your brother, your sister, your kids are under those jurisdictions. So contrary to what you have been fed for years, only famous people turn into lizards, or maybe 9/11 was staged, or Sandy Hook was staged. If you believe this, man, you gotta have a problem. Use critical thinking. Those people have saying the same bull for years and they cannot say anything else nowadays. This doesn't mean that people like David Icke don't have truth in their hands, because David is a genius on his own right. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but a lot of people who have never read the beginning and the end of our story, when he used to be a really good friend of mine, when he used to communicate every day wherever it was in the world, if you don't read the details, how can you understand what I'm trying to say about David or any other talking head, which is not cosmic conscious? In the case of David, being infected on top of that, because he's poisoning so many more people, having access to so many people. Long story. I don't want to go there today. It's on my newsletter. Just Google David Icke, Dr. Cherry, or take time to watch some of those videos and you see what I'm talking about. All right, now what else do we have? Death news. Oklahoma inmate dies, multiple people injured in prison fight. Statewide facility remain in lockdown. I mean, you're talking about the cream of the cream of the cream of the reptilians combined together, living together, okay? So when it comes to our windows, there you go. They feel that rage. They're constricted. They're negative. They're full of drugs. They are so infected that all they want to do is kill being killed. They don't want to be here anymore. It's a form of suicide. So it's sad. It's sad. And again, the word death, dramatic news is there during my window. Woman battling rare suicide disease has leg amputated. Again, I guess this young lady, she's pretty young. She had an accident and kayaking, something like that. And then since then, her leg gave her a lot of trouble to the point where a lot of people who suffer the same disease, what is called the suicide disease, actually commit suicide because they want to end the pain. They have no other way to kill themselves to stop the pain. So, when the reptilians have stung you, so to speak, okay, doesn't matter what a doctor do to you, okay, if you happen to be a perfect target, they're going to give up on you. They're going to make sure you suffer. You make sure you're negative. They're going to try every single way to get you out of this world. That's how it works. And then, luckily for me, I have had broken nose, broken arm, broken hand, hip now, everything. I'm accident prone because I'm an ADD. Took a lot of chance when I was a kid. It's a miracle I'm still alive. It was all I went through in my life. And then if you don't believe me, get my book, Beyond the Secret. Sometimes you're going to have a problem to believe what I went through. But the fact of the matter is that I was blessed all along that not to lose my life and to immediately release the stinging. It's like a bee that goes into a human arm or hand, sting, and the bee takes off, okay? And the poison is still there. and this poison is in you, and you ain't gonna go. This is an example to tell you that once you've been stung by a reptilius, the chance of you getting out of it is zero. Sad reality. All right, let's see what we have here. Missing Florida mom found dead. 4 kids are still missing. So obviously now you're talking about a very, very emotional husband there. Remember the ultimate rules between logic and emotions. You know, emotion will always win. Emotions are fear. Emotions are hate. Emotions are passionate, destructive thoughts. It's just emotions. And people do stupid things. So now the mother is dead, the kids are missing. Hopefully those kids will be found alive somewhere. Good news, because if the mother is dead and the infected soul will be really, really infected, the kid will be with the mother dead too. So there is hopes, and I hope those kids are going to be found safe and sound. But again, you know, dramatic news during this window, and the window is supposed to start tomorrow. So who can deny such a negativity? NFL star's girlfriend dies just weeks after giving birth to their daughter. There you go again. Now, I think she had an accident. She was driving a Lamborghini or something like that, and she blew up a tire. Next thing you know, she's outside, and the stupid drunk idiot go and killed her. There you go. Negative cosmic biorhythm. Rich and famous, everything for her, yet she didn't know that she could easily be taken away by the reptilius because of an infected driver out there. Famous death. Hall of Fame football coach dies 92. Famous death. At least 92. He's been around. I hope to make it to that age, but it's a famous death, okay? Ex-NASCAR champs dies in plane crash. Again, famous death. You know, all these people have so much to offer. Yet they are not curious enough. They are religious. They've been stuck by the reptilians to believe in a man-made religion. No, they don't know. They have no clue. And even if they heard it, they'd be mad at me if I tell them that the reptilians created their specific religion. Not only 875 different denominations, but Christianity is also part of the reptilians agenda. Oh, Jesus. This doesn't take away the reality of God, especially Jesus' initial cosmic ministry speaking his will through the sign of the 12 apostles, the 12 signs of the zodiac, the 12 hours of the day, the 12 months of the years, and so forth. Okay, what else do we have? Beverly Hills 90210, HBO actor, dead after year-long cancer fight. Again, famous death. At least, you know, a lot of these people live a long life and rich and manage for somewhere, somehow to avoid the worst of the worst. But when this type of energy, those cosmic winds are affecting young people who just come in this world, it's sad. It's sad. And nobody is there to educate them. That's even worse. Couple arrested after woman flee alleged she was held raped for 4 days. Again, you gotta be careful. I told you, careful what you do, careful where you go, who you talk to. Don't trust nobody. If you heard my video or all my video involving those plutonic deadly window, I always tell you, be careful. That's where the reptilians infected animals will grab you and will rape you, and you're lucky if you escape with your life. It is not a joke. This is real. Talk about sex. Rick Ocasek, lead singer of the Cars, died at 75. Again, another famous death. But 75, I mean, if I have to go in 5 years from now, well, at least I had a really, really rich life, you know. But I had a feeling I'm going to make it a long way for some reason. Okay, well, I'm protected by the draconians, remember. Muslim American mayor says border agent asked him if he met terrorists. Again, you see the fear and the word terrorist. What would this Muslim American mayor, ask by agents at the border if he was meeting with terrorists? That tells you the fear, the lack of trust nowadays, and it's going to get much, much worse. You need to help me and understand what I'm saying before it's too late. Church of Scotland sue for share of 2.5 million Viking treasure unearthed. What a shame. The reptilius infected religious matrix, you know, is suing because the 2.5 million, that was unearthed on their land belongs to them now. It's just all about greed. It's all about control. It's all about money. And what this church going to do is this $2.5 million, I mean, like a cancer, build more church all over the world and sign those innocent, victimized idiots running around with their bicycle, promoting their religious beliefs, the Mormons or the Witness of Jehovah's. I mean, can you see how stupid it is and how ridiculous and how dangerous that is? It's all about money. It's all about control. And it's definitely not helping Dr. Cherry because, as you all know, after 2 or 3 weeks now, posting on another popular groups, okay, God Productions, I was fired. What did I do? Nothing. Just exposing the truth and trying to guide you and save your butt. And then to be rewarded, this is what they do. Oh, let's kick him out. Remember, you won't find me on Wikipedia. You won't find me on Facebook. Google has destroyed thousands of my newsletters. LinkedIn, even the vice president of LinkedIn sent me an email saying how great I was and how many people were saying me and this and that. But when I start to expose the people who spend millions on their website, goodbye, Dr. Cherry. We don't want you here to say the truth. See? That's what you get when you're Dr. Cherry. And so, when David Icke is mentioning conspiracy, believe me, I believe in conspiracy big time because I'm suffering it myself. Okay? All right. Now let's move on. What else do we have? Former NFL player accused of destroying his business to make it look like a hate crime. Why would people do that? Maybe he's just hiding that he destroyed his business because he wanted to get the money from it. Greed. They don't have enough money. They make millions. Still, it's not enough. More greed, more money. For what? Jesus. They're probably young kids with no brain. 82-year-old unusual orbit goes viral. Well, I read it. This guy was a master in communication, very interesting, very sarcastic. He's like this actor, 3 Men and a Child, that very popular TV show. I can't remember what the title is of that show here. Anyway, everybody have seen one of the main actor who is now fired. This main actor is all about sarcasm, and that's Virgo. This guy was born in September, so Virgos are my top student. They are phenomenal writer. They are investigator of the unknown. They are incredible when it comes to use their wit through sarcasm, obviously, and their writing power gift is absolutely phenomenal. Just click on the sign of Virgo if you're a Virgo and read your dynamics, read your UCI or your unique celestial identity, and see how the stars do not lie and why the religious infected matrix took it away from you, and why all the popes were taught astrology by the Vatican Council so they can control the mass by controlling the informations. All right, nearly 5,000 GM workers are on strike. I tell you what, I am right now writing the 2020 Nostradamus personal and universal prediction. I already mentioned a total restructure of the automobile industry is coming up. Oh my gosh. Once this book, this ebook comes out, put your hand on it. Most of all, if you do not have your 2019, how can you trust the 2020? Okay, you can get this book for $5. For $5, you can learn all about those long-lasting planets and how they're affecting you, your family, your friends, and how they're affecting the world. What happened with Brexit? What happened with the shutdown of the government? Why all these corporations are going belly up, and so forth. You need to be curious now. So there is a link. Go there. Order your 2019 personal universal Nostradamus Dragon forecast. So once you have spent this $5, then you're going to see if it's worth it for you to spend 25 for the next one. okay? Because I give it away for a year or two to give you an idea of that what I'm doing is real, okay? Because astrology is not a sort of science. It's absolutely incredibly, phenomenally real, okay? But you got to have a certain education, certain awareness, and certain gift to be able to translate God cosmic design and make it in a way that it makes sense to you through my predictions. So basically, order your 2019, spend the $5, click on the link, and then when comes the 2020, then you're going to see what's next for you. And it's not all good, but it's not also all bad. I emphasize the negativity because this world is run by the reptilius, and they're leading. So you need to know what's ahead of you. So once you know where the dragon is by house and by sign, you can be prepared. Because you said, oh, but everything is fine with me in my life. Everything is great. There's nothing wrong. Everything is beautiful. Yeah, wait until you have the tail of the dragon in your marriage, or in your money, or in your career, okay? Or in your fifth house of love, affecting your kids. You need to know so you can start to act appropriately, be prepared. So when you're being touched and forced to completely restructure the house, at least you've been warned. And you know, okay, well, this happened, what do I do? Things that you could never conceive will hit you. It's the dragon and it's the reptilians. I'm warning you ahead of time so you can be prepared. And instead of being victimized and not knowing what to do and getting depressed and killing yourself, when actually you start to adjust and say, okay, well, there's a possibility of this, possibility of that. So let's see what we can do if this happened or that happened. Or what should I do to make sure this doesn't happen? Remember, knowledge is power. Ignorance is evil. Oh my gosh, no, there is so much for you to learn, guys, that you just don't understand. I don't know why people are no curious enough. I mean, 200 or 300 hits on my videos with very little like, you know. I don't know where I get the strength to still working and helping you, because so many of you are really, really trusting me and depending on me to regenerate and to learn more about the cosmic design. So that's why I'm still doing this. But how long? How long am I going to last? I don't know. You know, I might just decide, you know, it's not worth it, my time anymore. It's not worth it. It's just, there's nothing I can do to help you. And I'm going to let the reptilians consume you all alive. I'm going to fight as much as I can. And I will do all that I can. But ultimately, everybody has his limits. And I think I'm slowly but surely coming to that decision to stop. So for now, I'm still fighting. You know, I have that spiritual awakening series to do in Los Angeles. I'm going to take some painkiller again so that my hip and my back doesn't stop me meeting my my contract. I'm going to be doing that UFO slideshow. It's so crucial for you to come and to look what happened to me. You're going to see things. It's not like when I write about, oh, I know everything about you, Dr. Tree, you talk on the radio. No, it's not the same when you see the pictures, when you see what I went through. And then from there, taking you slowly but surely, leading you into God Cosmic Design, rekindle Jesus Cosmic Ministry, letting you know what artificial intelligence is going to do to us, explain to you what the reptilians and the draconis are all about. Then most of all, I'm going to bring my my chart, big 5x5 chart, and then I'm going to talk about every sign of the zodiac. Are you going to be there with me? I'm going to tell you what's next for you next year in great detail. It's not like reading the my forecast. You're with me so you can ask questions, and I'll be there to answer you, okay? And most of all, after that, that's where you're going to see the power of Draco. You're going to see the real power of Draco, because I'm going to do something that nobody else has ever done as far as talking about extraterrestrials. Not only the healing power that's going to be helping you when I hypnotize all of you out there, but the education, the understanding of the subconscious and the superconscious, and how important it is for you to realize that the future is nothing else than the reincarnation of your thought, and to understand the ramification and things that's going on above and below forever. You need to understand that. And that, you know, becoming a superhuman is not, it's not something that is allowed to every human being, you know. It is not something that is reachable. A lot of human beings are forbidden understanding, comprehending, or even entering the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness, where I reside most of the time. And I'm translating all these magical, beautiful, absolutely mind-boggling energies for you. And I want to do it face to face. I want you to feel it with me. So go to that link, click on that link, okay, scroll down. There is a telephone number, there is an email, and join us there, okay? This is going to take place very soon now. It's on the 25th. So it's a few days from now. So if you live in California, make it a special day, a special evening. If you live in LA, plenty of people in LA, okay, just join, take a chance. And then you could say, well, Dr. Therese, boom, it's full of it. Oh my gosh, that was the best thing I have ever seen. Me to know, you to find out. All right, my good friends, as always, thank you for listening. God bless you, and we shall see you again. Careful, careful. This SOS to the world is nasty. Don't let the reptilius get the best of you. Careful what you say, careful what you do, careful where you go. Avoid the busy places. Let this nasty window go by, and don't be part of the nasty results. You don't need to be part of the statistics. Really, you don't. All right, good luck to you, my friend. Talk to you again. Click like. Bye-bye.